I'm going to quickly walk you through our calibration process on our WLS555 Wheel Loader Scale. This is a nice, simple process. I'm going to come over here to calibration. The scale gives you the capability to do an automatic calibration, which is a two-step process. And there's also a manual calibration. 99% of our scales get calibrated in the in the automatic process. We only use the manual when we've got stubborn hydraulics that are a little finicky. So in this scenario, we're going to do an automatic calibration. We're going ahead and we're going to pick our forks. We're going to do a two-step. I'm going to go ahead and hit start. It's asking me what the known weight is. So on their empty weight, we're going to go in and we're going to show that we have 0 tons. It's asking me to put the boom on the ground, and then it wants me to raise it at a slow speed. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And you'll notice when I come back down to the ground, I get a check mark showing that I've come back to the ground. Now we're going to come up at a medium speed, and then we're going to come back to the ground. And again, it confirms that. And then we're going to come up at a fast speed. It's going to switch over to a known weight. We're going to come in here and we're going to put 2 ton. We're going to hit set. Now we're going to walk through and we're going to do the same slow, medium, and fast. And now we're calibrated. So it's saving this to the scale controller. Now it tells us that we're done. A lot of our competition like to use ecology blocks. We're not fans of using ecology blocks because they have different density. It affects the hydraulic pressure and the calibration of the scale. So we ask that you guesstimate the weight of what's in a bucket. So load a full bucket, tell it if you got a 3-yard bucket, say that you've got 3 tons in the bucket. Have a dump truck that you've scaled and you know the tare weight of it. Go ahead and dump that full bucket in, get to the scale, have the truck driver call the operator and say, actually you had 3.5 ton. At that point you would call tech support. Tech support would have you come in and they would have you go into the calibration area and you go to the manual section and they would take you to the area where you put in your value and they would have you put in the new value, and you're going to true up the scale and you're going to be far more accurate than trying to weigh a piece of steel or a concrete block. One of the reasons we get the accuracy we do is we use a proper method for calibration that increases the accuracy of your scale. It's a nice, easy setup. Tech support are always there to help you walk through it. Increasingly, we are getting more customers wanting to do the cubic yard weighing. So I'm going to take you into my topsoil dry. In my topsoil dry, you'll see that I've got topsoil dry. I'm weighing by volume. I'm weighing in cubic yards. I'm saying that I've got 900. Normally we would have this set to pounds. So because we're weighing in our demo in tons, this is on tons. This would say 900 pounds. And I would go ahead and I would save it. I would then come over to my wet topsoil and I would do the same thing, cubic yards, weighing in volume, and I would have 1,500 pounds. This dramatically increases the accuracy of the cubic yard. Instead of trying to guess what you see in the bucket, we're actually reading the weight, the density weight in the background, and it's going to give you a far more accurate measurement. We have lots of landscape supply customers, topsoil producers. They're all using the scale. They're all using the density calculation. It's a great way to get increased accuracy if you are weighing in a cubic yard. Lastly, we do have a remote viewer product. Data logging is an interesting subject with our customer base. We have a lot of people that tell us they want data, but then they don't commit the personnel to manage the data, use the data. We do sell a product called the remote viewer. It requires that you have a hotspot in the loader. You can install this, you can access it from a desktop in your office, You can log into the scale live. You can see the live bucket count. You can go and access any of the system settings. When you do download the log file off the scale, it'll log to your desktop computer. So if you're looking for a simple way to get the CSV file to be able to manage end of day totals, etc., the remote viewer is a great way to do it. The other option, if you've got the capability, you've got the personnel, set up a hotspot, take the operator's phone, turn it into a hotspot, put an email on the tablet, download the log file. He can stick it in the thumb drive and sneaker net it into the office, or you can just simply go in out of the system on the tablet and you can locate the log file and attach it to an email and email it across. So we've got a bunch of different options on how to manage data. Again, a lot of people buy data. From what we see, a lot of people don't use the data because they don't have the commitment to manage who's using the data. They end up with all these reports and paper. So we have a number of solutions for it. You have to also have the solution on the personnel end to manage it.